to the Motocross Supercross podcast.
What is up, everybody? This is episode 126 of the Motocross Supercross podcast. We got Monster Energy Cup this weekend, and it is going to be a good one. I'm Adam here with Claudio. What's up, Claudio?
Are we gonna see a millionaire, another millionaire this year, this weekend?
Another millionaire. I think so. I think we're going to see a lot of them out there banging bars.
Oh, that's true.
You mean,
Yeah.
Who's going to walk home with $1 million?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, there's only been two people to do it, and that is last year's winner, Marvin Musquin, and Ryan Villapoto. And guess who's on the pre-entry list? Ryan Villapoto. So this is some exciting stuff. This is awesome.
Yeah, I wonder how he's gonna do against those guys. You know, he hasn't ridden in a couple of years now, and I know, you know, he still rides and he still stays in shape and he's still, you know, out there putting his laps in. But I mean, these guys they're doing it right now. They're trying to do what he did a couple of years ago. So I wonder how he's gonna do.
Don't forget, he's coming off a big win at the Pick Bike of Nations, a real big win.
That's right.
But I'm kind of with you on that. I don't know if he'll be able to hang with Marvin.
Well, Marvin, Eli, Anderson, Baggett, Webb, Benny Bloss.
Barsha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny looking at the numbers because we got number 2, Cooper Webb, and then number 2, RV for her Villapoto. It's going kind of with the little
That's
2,
right.
the little 2 slash, you know, kind of
Yeah, the 2X.
taking it back to, 2X. So that's pretty cool that we're going to see 2 number 2s out there.
Cooper Webb making his debut in that KTM team. I wonder how he's going to do and how he feels on that bike. He's got a great team behind him, and I think he's going to do all right. Probably not win, but I'm looking forward to see that. Also, Joey Savaggi making his debut on the 450 class, and I'm very excited about that one. That one, it's a good one. Reed also coming out to play.
Legend Chad Reed making his Supercross debut. So we got 2 RV, and then the 2-2, and the 122, actually. Chris Howell. Wow. 2 is going to be a very popular number going into this race. Dude, I'm just excited Supercross is back. That's it.
Yeah, does this mean, is this like the beginning of Supercross season right now, this weekend?
Yeah, I'd say so. It definitely feels like it. We get new riders on new teams. Malcolm Stewart is on the pre-entry list.
Yep.
But yeah, it's cool that Malcolm will be there, so we get to see what he can do, and I think we all have very high hopes for him, along with the Justin Starling's team, the AJE, with Dylan Merriam.
Dylan Merriam and himself, and Justin Starling.
That's right. Starling, Merriam, and who else was it? Oh yeah, the Arena Cross guy, Chris Blos. I don't see his name on here.
Chris Blos, yeah.
But so it'll be interesting to see how that team does.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid team, though. They did it right for this Supercross season coming up.
Very interesting. One name that I don't see, though, which is kind of a bummer, is Dean Wilson.
Well, Dean, as you know, he's done with the Husqvarna team. He got the boot, so I'm sure he's maybe feeling a little down because of that. But again, who knows? I mean, you got Tyler Bowers here, too, who got the boot from Kawasaki last season. Alex Ray, who got the boot from Yamaha. So, yeah, that's interesting not to see him. Did he ride last year?
Yeah, dude, Dean Wilson got 3rd place last year, going 3.53. So, I mean, big bummer not to see him out there.
Definitely a big bummer.
I told you, I read on a Vital that IB Corp team might not be happening anymore, but I was thinking it should happen, and they should just build the whole team around him. Because he needs a ride. He's too good to not have a ride.
That's a great idea. I totally support you on that one. We need to see Dean Wilson out there, and he needs to have a support behind him. And, hey, IB Corp needs a rider, a good rider, and Dean Wilson is looking for a ride.
Maybe worth rolling the dice. But here, let's go over these last year results just to refresh everybody's memory. Marvin Musquin went 1-1-1, took home the $1 million. Jason Anderson, 2-2-2, 2nd place. Dean Wilson, 3-5-3, 3rd. Brock Tickle, another rider we won't see out here due to all his drug violation, methylhexanamine problem. Jordan Smith got 5th place. Justin Barsha got 6th. Josh Grant, 7th. Benny Bloss, 8th. Vince Freezy, 9th. Tyler Bowers 10th. Justin Heft, who we just talked about on our last podcast, broke his back. He got 11th last year. Alex Ray 12th. Cole Martinez, Chris Blows, Christian Craig, Chase Marquier, Frederick Noren. Tomac 20th place. He went 21, 20, and 20. Justin Bogle 22, 21, 21. So Tomac's definitely looking for a better season this year, a better race.
So is everybody else. I'm sure that Marvin Musquin is looking to get that million back home. I'm sure Ryan Villapoto wants to do it again as well. So
yeah, definitely. They got responsibilities now. Musquin's got his cat. Villapoto's got like a whole family and stuff. So let's see who wants it more.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think Anderson also coming up so close. He came up just shy last year. So, maybe he can turn things around. He was right there in Supercross, so was our champion in Supercross.
That's how this works, though. As we know, we're gonna talk about the Monster Energy Cup this podcast. This is the 8th time or the 8th year that they do it. As you mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, there's only been 2 actual winners or 2 $1 million Monster
winners.
Million winners. And that will be Villapoto in 2011, and then Marvin Musquin, who did it last year. As we know, we do 3 main events. You have to win all 3 of them in order for you to take that million home.
Oh, yeah.
There's a cool twist on the whole format here, and it's the Joker Lane, which is mandatory for the riders to go through it once per race. So that makes every race very interesting. They were talking about the difference in of what it makes in a lap, and it's a 7-second difference. So they definitely gonna have to have a good plan for this.
And we've seen riders like Ryan Dungey miss that Joker Lane before, so it definitely spices everything up and brings whoever's out front way back to everyone else for a minute, and vice versa. It really makes it awesome. So this is in Vegas, so they will be 3 hours behind us. The weather looks good. High around 80, lows in the upper 50s. So it might be a little chilly at night. 30% humidity, 0% chance of rain. 3 hours behind. It will be on FS2 at 9:30 Eastern time, or 6:30 local time, you could say. And they're going to have their practices. I'm sure some of that will be live streamed on Supercross Live. And they'll have their practices, their qualifying. And it's not even just the big bikes here. We got the Amateur All-Stars, the Super Minis, and we got the little KTM guys running around that track. And guys and gals, too. KTM kids, we could say. But they're all going to be running out there, too. Yeah,
there's a lot to look forward to this weekend in this race. It's also going to be televised on Fox Sports 2. And on the Fox Sports Go app.
That's right. And practice will start at 3 p.m. Eastern time to watch that. There is no 250, 450s. It's kind of like an open class, you could say. But that makes it exciting, too, because we get some of these 250 guys running up here with the 450s. And as we saw at the Motocross of Nations, it might not be that big of a disadvantage with Jorge Prado. So what do you say? You want to make some picks for this and maybe see if we can predict who's going to get first?
Let's do it.
All right. When I look at this list, it's really hard. This is like a stacked list, because we got obviously all those people we talked about, Musquin, Villapoto, Tomac. Anderson got second. So it's tricky to pick who we think is going to get first. Anderson had such a good year, but for me, I got to go Marvin again. I think he just finds a way to just win this overall race.
Are we talking about winning 1-1-1 or just winning the overall? I don't think there's going to be $1 million winner though.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that with the no $1 million winner this time. That's why. So let's go overall, and I'll pick Marvin to take the overall. I think Anderson will be up there.
Okay.
Let's go Anderson second again. A second year, him going second.
Even though if you don't win $1 million, though, you still get $100,000, which is a good amount for an overall. So for a night of racing,
that's not a bad day at the office. Not a bad couple hours of work. Well, not I mean, I guess they put in a bunch of work and stuff going into it, but that's not a bad payout for one race, you could say. Definitely.
Yeah, for one night of racing, definitely not.
Especially when you factor in all the sponsors and everything else too. They'll get on top of that, bonuses and all that. But Ryan Villopoto, I just don't see him making the podium. I think it's really hard, as we saw with Kevin Windham, to really come out and try and compete with everybody. But I do think he'll do better than Windham would do. That's for sure.
Windham has not been on a bike, though, until a month ago. Villopoto's been riding, so...
yeah, dude, he hasn't even been on an exercise bike,
That is so lame. These guys and the speed that they're going through, right now, it's insane. And it's gonna be tough for the former champ for sure, but I'm very excited to see what he's gonna bring to the table. So your top three: Musquin, Anderson, and who's your third?
Third. I didn't pick a third yet, but let's go with Tomac. I think he's got to find a way to turn it around. He can't get 20th place again this year. He's got to get on that podium. He's got some redemption to do for Motocross of Nations. He's got to prove to the American fans that he still has it.
I think the whole Motocross of Nations fever is already done with. I don't think that's in anyone's head anymore. I don't think it's in his head anymore.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think focused on Supercross season coming up. I think he's focusing on maybe getting this million. So I don't think this is going to be for him to even think about. It's not going to be it. So I think he's gonna.
You think he wins?
I don't know. That's the thing. With the Monster Energy Cup is a little tricky because anything can happen in these races. It's not, your regular Supercross thing. Like, we're going to have people miss the Joker lane. We're going to have people going down. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. So yes. I think for third place, this is hard.
It is hard. There's so many different riders,
and there's different riders, and there's different situations that to adapt to this race this weekend. Like, who could be the most consistent? Especially if we're talking about not winning all the races. Another name that I didn't see on the list, which I'm kind of bummed about, is Ken Roczen. Ken Roczen's not going to race this thing.
That's right. Yeah, Ken Roczen also coming off that Motocross of Nations race, and he was really looking back to his pre-injury form right there at the end. So yeah, that sucks that he's not on this list. That should make it a little easier, right, to pick from?
I guess it's just one less rider to really look from.
What about any of the legends? Do you think Ryan Villopoto can get on the podium, or Chad Reed, legend Chad Reed? All right, so you don't think that, and I'm guessing you have to put Anderson and Villopoto, or Anderson and Musquin on the podium, right?
Yeah, Baggett's gonna get fourth. Let's go with Musquin. Musquin to win it.
Wow, really gonna copy me? All right, that's cool, because it's probably gonna happen.
I just feel like you said, he's coming from a win last year. This is the type of event that he feels very comfortable in. He's coming from a little bit of butthurt of not being picked for the Motocross of Nations team, and also them winning it. So let's say Musquin for the win. Let's put Tomac in second and Anderson in third.
All right, so we got the same podium lineup there. We got our second and third place switch a little bit. So you heard it here on the MXSX podcast who is going to win this Monster Energy race, and it looks like Marvin Musquin. So if you agree or disagree, let us know. You could tweet us, message us, Instagram, whatever you want to do. But if you want to make your picks, that's the only way that you can, brag about it after.
Yeah, everything at MXSX Podcast.
That's right. Well, what do you say? Is there anything else we should add to this episode?
I don't think so. Again, just make sure you guys are following us and stay up to date to the latest news. Peace.